What's up, YouTube? Travis Holman here. I am in rainy Sacramento on a Tuesday, and I'd like to show you a very cool off-road vehicle that a lot of people are familiar with, and it's dear to a lot of people's hearts. And if you're in the off-roading community at all, you're going to be familiar with this immediately. Millions of these things have been built. They've been built since the 1950s, and they're still built today. It is the venerable, somewhat ubiquitous Toyota Land Cruiser. And this is the FJ60 version. Look at that siren on the side. Yep, the FJ60. And this is just a great vehicle. God damn it. Thank you. Okay. So the FJ60 is an incredible vehicle if you're into off-roading for a variety of reasons. It is Toyota's flagship SUV, and these things existed before an SUV was even a thing, right? These date back to 1951 when Toyota was originally commissioned to build Jeeps for wartime. Well, they built a slightly larger version than what we're used to, and it had a really cool name. It was called the BJ. And I don't know if you're familiar with the BJ, but in most youth and elder markets, a BJ is slang for a blowjob or oral sex. So the Toyota Land Cruiser is a very capable off-road vehicle because it has front and rear solid axles, right? So its advantages: having a very large 4-liter inline-6 engine. This thing has a lot of torque, and you'll see it's actually a manual transmission, which is something you don't find in a lot of modern SUVs. And the owner of this one has actually done a really good job at keeping up on the interior. And let's take a look at the gauge cluster to find out how many miles are on it. Guess I can't quite see. So these vary in price if you're looking for a used Toyota FJ60. On the low end, you might find one for about $6,000, but it's not going to be as nice as this one. If you're looking to find, a prime example, you're going to have to shell out about $20,000. That's just how much these cost. They're collectors now, and they've always been a sturdy, reliable, super capable off-road vehicle that seats, 5 to 8 people. And they're, somewhat economical. I've seen a lot of people that own these that are dog owners and family owners. Most of the time, they're owned by, someone that has a little bit more money, and they can afford a repair here and there, even though they're not going to break down all the time. But it's typically a secondary vehicle. It's a modest vehicle that shows that you have taste, that you know what's good. And you can afford it, even though it costs, not quite what a Mercedes G-Class is going to cost, but, $20,000 isn't chump change. And it shows that, the owner of this FJ60 probably has a little bit of money, because this thing is just nice. Look at the shine on the paint. I'm just in love with this thing. So if you're looking to buy a brand spanking new Toyota Land Cruiser, be ready to fork out $84,000! $84,000! It's a real number! Or you could just do yourself a favor and find a nice used example like this beauty. Slap down, I'd say, 15,000. I'd lowball them. And then I'd hit the Rubicon. Slap in gear. Crank up the radio. Have some friends in the back. Oh, look, it even has a nice radio. This is this is definitely a modern classic. So next time you're in the market for an SUV that you know is going to get you there, that's respectable, somewhat economical, and definitely stylish, I'd highly recommend the Toyota FJ60 Land Cruiser. Don't forget to like and subscribe.